Hello and welcome to GSKP TV, also known as Georgia Sunflower, Kansas Peach, where we do reviews on movies, TV, life. I can't talk this morning, guys. This afternoon, rather. Work, books, whatever. This is a safe place where we can talk about it all. Today is November 30th, you guys. November is getting on by here. It's almost the end of the year. We've got one more month left. I hope everyone had a safe and happy Thanksgiving and have been enjoying your long weekend. Speaking of Thanksgiving, as I told you a couple of days, actually on Thanksgiving, I made a stop by and let you know that the Norwoods, Ray J and Miss Princess, were having problems on Thanksgiving, and so now I'm coming back so that we can talk about it. So I just, I didn't want to use my Thanksgiving time and you all's Thanksgiving time to talk about it. So now we're here. Let's take the time and listen to the rest of our theme song, get things set up, and we'll get to the matters at hand. All right. Thank you for joining us here today on GSKP TV, also known as Georgia Sunflower, Kansas Peach, where we do reviews on books, movies, life, work, anything. This is a safe place where we can talk, we can share, we can work it out together. We learn together. We talk about it together. We learn together. Before we go any further, I'd like to say thank you to my new subscriber, Miss Beth Rue. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. MSED. She has joined the Peach Trees and Sunflower Seeds. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to have you join me. I can't do it without you. Okay, guys. Again, November 30th, Sunday. Y'all, this year is going by so fast, and thank God that I'm here to see it. Especially what I had to go through in the last couple of few months and continue to go through. But like I said, I'm grateful and I'm thankful that I'm here. So, just, stay prayed up. Anyway, you guys, as you know, as I said before, I had, kind of introduced the story that I wanted to talk about. We we do kind of celebrity gossip, so to speak, not necessarily gossip, but what's kind of going on with celebrities that I'm familiar with because I am a woman of a certain age. And just to be honest, this newfangled I'm not interested in it. But in this case, Mr. Willie Norwood. Oh, see, we're familiar with Willie, okay? Willie Norwood, we know him. You all know him as Ray J. He is the younger brother. I can't talk this morning. Sorry. He is the younger brother of Brandy. And we grew up listening to Brandy and watching both her and Ray J on TV. And as of late, Ray J has been a popular subject. And not because he's doing anything so great. Ever since the Diddy situation, uh, Ray J has been part of or mentioned in the situation, and he has acted a fool ever since they brought his name up. Well, actually, he started cutting the fool way before then, but as of late. So, as we do, I want to show a clip. I'll probably show a couple of clips because I want to show the clip of. Well, I'm going to show this clip and then we'll listen to his rebuttal in another clip, okay? And then we'll discuss our point of view or my point of view. Please like, comment, and subscribe. That way we'll learn together. We can, we can discuss things together. As I've said before, several times before, eventually I'm going to get a phone line that we can call into. And when I'm brave enough to go live, and we can talk about these things together, okay? Or I can work it out to where I call someone or they call me at a certain time and, it'd be someone else's opinion besides mine. But let's get to the matters at hand. First video that we're going to be watching is the actual video of the altercation of Princess and Ray J on Thanksgiving. Let's watch the video.
World, bro. Now I got my kids in here with me. Like, I'm not, like, ain't nobody taking my kids away from me on Thanksgiving, throwing it down. They in my house. They making threats to me. What's up? What you trying to do? Take my kids? Okay, take your kids. Watch how they cry. Take my kids to y'all drunk. Y'all want to drive drunk? Y'all want to drive drunk? Drive drunk. Drive drunk, princess. Drive drunk. Drive drunk. Drive drunk, princess. Go ahead. You want to take my kids? You and your drunk cousin? Because y'all drunk as y'all alcoholics? Take my kids in. Go ahead. Who's going to drive? Tony, he's been drinking too. Who's been driving? Everybody, I didn't point nothing at y'all. I didn't point nothing at y'all. Yeah, whatever. Why did you wake my daughter up? Why did you just wake my daughter up? Why did you just wake my daughter up? Why did you wake my daughter up? Because you're selfish. You're drunk. You're a woman abuser. You're drunk. I'm a woman. That's what drunk people say. Like you're taking my daughter? All right, cool. You're not taking my son. Like, I know you're not taking my son. Hey, don't touch him. Hold on. Hold on. I'll shoot the f*** out of you. Shoot me right now. Shoot me right now. I know you are. But stop. I'm trying to help you out. All right, good. That literally, the partner pull up right now. All right, chill. All right, please. Literally, that because. All right, let's go. There's a balcony to my left. You're going to. Okay, straight ahead. So I'll hold this and then put up the back. Okay? Or do I want to just up the train at the open door?
Okay, now that was the video, as you could see, of the actual arrest. Okay. Now, we are going to listen to Ray J's response after being arrested. Okay? Let's listen. And then we'll talk about what happened.
Listen, I'm going to say this because I'm not going to let the story go to where it don't supposed to go. You in my house, you're having an argument. You grown ups. If you want to leave, leave. The kid is upstairs asleep on my bed. You want to go upstairs and take the kids, wake them up into this grown up argument which shouldn't have happened. Instead of letting them sleep, you want to snatch her and take her with you. Then you got a dude coming in my bedroom where my kids is asleep, and they're trying to get in my bed and take my kids because all of y'all are drunk. Y'all can't drive with these kids drunk. I'm not letting that happen. This dude is coming in my room, getting in my bed to take my kids. I'm going to defend my kids, and I'm going to defend my space. And now, listen, I'm a space. And now, when they call the police, no problem. I'm sure the police don't come and understand what I'm going through, and I go to jail. I'm in my bedroom. They're in there snatching my kids out of the bed while they're sleeping, and they're waking up yelling and screaming and crying. A dude is getting my kids out of the bed, bro. I'm going for mine. For my kids, I'm going to double down on that. Y'all can't do that. But you know what? It is face. And now, when they call the police, no problem. I'm sure the police don't come and understand what I'm going through, and I go to jail. I'm in my bedroom. They're in there snatching my kids out of the bed while they're asleep, and they're waking up yelling and screaming and crying. A dude is getting my kids out of the bed, bro. I'm going for mine. For my kids, I'm going to double down on that. Y'all can't do that.
Okay. Now that we have listened to the actual video, Ray J's response, and just so that we are not being biased and or one-sided, I believe that there is a response from Princess. And we're going to listen to that, okay? That way we'll have both sides of the story, so to speak. And we can go from there. All right, now here's Prince's side of the story.
What I'm not about to do is let you deflect and not take accountability for your actions, for pulling a gun out on me and my cousin's husband because I was trying to take my kids and leave your house. I agreed to come over there and cook for Thanksgiving because I wanted you to be around your kids with me present, because the last time I left them with you, they found you naked in a bed with a woman. And when I tried to ask you about it, you told me to myself and that I don't run over there. So take accountability, Ray. Do better. Check yourself into rehab because you're more than drunk. You're not about to sit here and try and make me look crazy when I am the best mother since the day my kids were born. I have been the best mother, and I'll take that because I am. Everything I do for my kids, including being around you when I don't want to or have to. It's crazy. I'm going to continue to pray
Okay. Now, as I said before, that was her response. Now, I'm just to tell you right now, and I'm sure the women will be upset, but you're just going to have to be upset because that situation, to me, is total manipulation. Yes. My thing is, if this was strictly about the children, okay, and making sure that the children had a good holiday, why didn't you all, when you were sober, because everybody was drinking, it's Thanksgiving, people drink, you have your little side, whatever, and especially these so-called stars and famous, and y'all smoking weed and popping pills and drinking lean and everything else you can think of. So on Thanksgiving and holidays, that's what people do, and I'm not judging anybody because I've had my share too in my day. So with that being said, most times most adults can contain themselves and control themselves, in these situations, okay? In this case, they did not. I don't like the fact that Princess came out with her rebuttal and tried to make it seem as if, oh, she's just so perfect. She never makes any mistakes. She doesn't do anything wrong. Oh, just my kids are everything in the world to me. And oh, he don't care about the kids and blah, blah, blah. That is not true, okay? That's not true. I don't believe that one bit. Not one bit. She had already made up her mind that it was going to be some drama on Thanksgiving. She already had that set in her mind. That's the reason why she brought her cousin and her cousin's husband. They have already talked about it. She done already told them, I'm not going over there by myself and I'm not going over there. And or she went under the auspices that you'll be with your husband and I'll be with my husband and we'll have us a little cozy, lovey-dovey family time together. Okay? And during the course of them being together and eating and drinking and smoking and popping and locking and dropping and whatever they've been doing, they done got off track. And some things have been said which triggered, that's the new trending word, as you kids say. Oh, he was triggered. Everything triggers. I was triggered. Were you triggered? Ray J. You didn't trigger Ray J. You triggered Willie. Willie Norwood. That's who you triggered. That is who you triggered. And in my opinion, Ray J was not wrong. I don't care. Ray J was not wrong. He's a chump and he's weak and all that. But he wasn't wrong. He was not wrong. He was not wrong. Because they had no business, especially Prince's cousin and her husband didn't have any business in his private space touching, moving, lifting anything else on his children that were in his bed sleeping. If you didn't want to be there with Ray J, all you had to say was, I am leaving and I will come and get the kids in the morning. I think that you are a liar, Princess, and that was nothing but manipulation, because that man did not want to be with you and things did not go how you thought they should go in his house with his children. Those are not just your children. Now, you can say what you want to. As much food as Ray J has cut, and I know he's stupid. Willie Earl Norwood, I know he is a fool. Do you hear me? But you've never heard that he has done or tried to do or might do or thought about doing anything to those children. Now, you got to give him that, Princess. Them children ain't hungry. They don't want for nothing. They ain't outside. None of that. This is strictly your manipulation, because things did not work out with Ray J the way you wanted them to. Okay? Because your intentions. Now let's remember, Princess was a stripper. And how she met Ray J. This was not some beautiful love and they was walking down the street and they met eyes and ooh and love. No, she was up shaking her naked behind up on the stage and he was paying her. Ray J was messing with 100,000 women right then, and you were 100,001, okay? And you thought he was going to change because of you. And you got pregnant to trap him to get to the money. We're just going to be 100 about it. Let's just go on and be honest. This was not the love story that you thought or you pretended it would be. Or it was. Or it might have been. You know better than that. You're from the streets. You should have known better than that. You should have just made up a contract, honey. Instead of pretending like this was going to be love, you should have just made up a contract and said, baby, you bring me the money and we'll do. Yeah. But no, you were so money hungry because Ray J got some money. Ray J got some money. And that's why this isn't working. Now, as for Ray J, same thing. Except for you, Willie Norwood, you know better than that. Like the old folks say, if you pull it, you better use it. Okay? Ain't no such thing as pulling that out and threatening, and especially since you said he was getting at your children and everything else. Look, if it had been me and I felt that uncomfortable about somebody going in my room, my private space, and getting my children, guess what? I wouldn't have kept talking. I wouldn't have kept talking about what I'll do to you if I was that threatened. that man came into your private space and took your gun from you and wrestled you down to the ground and then still walked out with your children. If I was that concerned about my children and if I felt like that kind of threat was around and about to happen or something was going to happen to my children, they wouldn't arrest me for just pulling it. It would have been, am I right? Are you not? Is that not? And I don't even have any children. I got nieces and nephews and things of that nature, and the same thing for them. Same thing for them. And here's another thing. Princess knew that Ray J wasn't going to fire that gun. Because I've had a gun pulled on me. And I was not about to stand in that person's face that pulled the gun on me or supposedly had the gun at the time that we're arguing. I'm not going to stand there and say, you pull a gun on me, 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 you pull a gun on me. Because I'm supposed to be scared. I'm being threatened. I'm terrified that this man with this gun or this woman with this gun is going to take my life, and I'm going to stand up and say, you put a gun on me, you put a gun on me. Right? I'm going to stand here and holler and yell and scream in your face and then still go pick up the baby. Excuse me. Now, this is a terrified person, mind you. The person that called the police. Oh, don't worry about it. I done already called the police. Did you hear her say that in the background? Go and review the clips again. Oh, I've already called the police. That sounds like it was premeditated to me. I am with Ray J. You're not taking my kids anywhere. You have been drinking. He was drunk enough to know not to be driving with his kids. And like I said, they could have left. I feel like them children would have been just fine. They would sleep in their daddy's bed. And these grown people, like Ray J said, we were in there having a conversation that we should not have been having. That's what he said. That's what the fool said. Go back and review the clips and listen carefully. And he says, I ain't nobody taking my kids nowhere. They drunk and they driving Thanksgiving and blah, blah, blah. And that's when he started doing all that bluffing and fronting and carrying on. And then you allowed that man to manhandle you after you have pulled a weapon and take your children up out of there and have you arrested. That's the part that's just throwing me about Ray J. I just, any other man would have gave him a real reason to be scared. But again, that princess, she knew that boy wasn't going to fire that gun. She knew that. She know Ray J ain't no gangster. Ray J been hanging around and watching, looking and peeping and watching, but She knew that Ray J was not going to shoot that gun. If she had been around somebody else, if she had been around the right one, I bet you wouldn't have heard Princess's mouth. I bet you. But she knew. And if she was so concerned with her children, like she says, she would have said, I'm leaving. We leaving. We gonna leave the kids here. I'll come and get them in the morning. Well, later on that day, because it was 4:00 in the morning, from what I understand, when this all took place. They'd been up all day, all night, drinking and whatever. Now that we've talked about that aspect, if you are such a special mom and you don't make mistakes and you're so perfect and everybody needs help but you, why couldn't you have come up with the idea of, why don't we talk to your mother, talk to your sister, and we have Thanksgiving either at your grandmother's house, at grandma's house, or we can have it at your house, but grandma and Aunt Brandy and Uncle Thomas and everybody else is going to be there too. I'll come to your house or I'll come to your grandma's so the whole family can be together, me, you, and the kids. It'll be happy, fun, lovey-dovey times. If we were concerned about the children having such a great Thanksgiving, don't you think they would have had much more fun over there with grandma, or grandma done came over and Brandy and the cousins and the uncles and the nieces and the nephews and all them family members all together enjoying Thanksgiving? Don't you think that would have been so much better for the children? Since we're so concerned with the children having a great Thanksgiving. Because you cannot make me believe that Ray J needed for Princess to cook Thanksgiving dinner for him and his children when he got a mama that I am sure Willie Earl Norwood got a mama, I'm for sure, that can make some turkey dressing down. And you talking about, I just wanted you to have a good thing. Girl, go sit down. That boy's name is Willie Norwood. You don't think he's had, girl? Girl, stop the madness. Now I'm here to tell you, if I felt like Ray J's old foolish tale was wrong, I would say it. And he was wrong in a sense. You know, they over there drinking and whatever they doing and cutting the food. Yes. But as far as defending his children and saying he didn't want them driving with his children because they had been drinking, that boy was not wrong for that. Now, the way that he handled it, he was dead wrong. They was both dead wrong. Both of them was dead wrong. But I have to side with Ray J on this one because I feel like Princess manipulated this thing. She was already in the mindset that this is going to be messed up. Just in case. And it was just that. And it was not just Ray J. All you grown, all of you grown folks ruined Thanksgiving for those children. Every last one of you. But y'all was the wrongest. Y'all was the wrongest. Them children were in the bed, sleep, and safe. Wasn't nobody bothering them. And y'all got out of hand and out of control and ruined it for those children. And Princess, you trying to make yourself, like I said before, oh, I didn't do that. I'm the best mom and I'm just living in my peace and you are a chaos monster and always has been. Yeah, Ray J is stupid and he is foolish. But you like drama, Princess, and you stay in some drama. You need counseling just as much as he does. You need to quit drinking just like he does. Both of y'all need to be at somebody's church. And Willie Earl, you know better. Again, Willie Earl, you know better. And I know your mother is tired of you cutting the food. A big 44 grown, gray-faced old ass man. You and Princess tired of y'all cutting the food. Just like my mama got tired of me cutting it. Just like anybody else's mama and daddies, them, they get tired of their children cutting the food. When they are. So let's not get it twisted. We're not pointing fingers. And we're not judging. We are simply stating facts. Now you all have to try to clean up this mess that you made, that these children will remember. Because they're not little bitty tiny babies. They big kids. They're not little tiny babies. And this is not the first time. Okay? This ain't the first time. Y'all done cut the same kind of food. Get somewhere and sit down. Stop embarrassing your family and yourselves. I'm tired of us being seen in this light. This is what them other folks be talking about. About us. See, look at them. Look at them. But then you want to be mad at Charlie Kirk. Oh. And you're portraying just the kind of foolishness and stereotypical lies that he's spewing. Oops. That goes for all of us that conduct ourselves in such a manner. Ooh. So you think about that. This the kind of stuff that y'all's president say y'all do. Huh? Oops. Oop. Knock it off. that goes from grandma's on up to auntie's on down. Cut it out. Knock it off. Get somewhere and sit down. It's time for this sort of foolishness to stop. It's just time out. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed my rant review. Oh my goodness. Oh, I enjoy talking about it. You know, I get passionate. So, I mean, hey, I'm sorry. I just hope you really like it. I hope you enjoy it. Please like, comment, subscribe, share. You know, I can't do this without you. Again, I want to say thank you to Miss Beth Rue, MSED, for becoming a new peach tree and a sunflower seed. Thank you. I cannot do this without you. As I always say, wash your hand, wear your masks. We're in that time of the year where the colds, the flus, the COVIDs, for the babies, the RSVs, the chicken pox, the measles, all this thing is now. This is the time of year when these things are on a high. So we have to be careful. We have to watch out for one another. Take care of ourselves. Again, November 30, 2025. Here on YouTube, GSKP TV, also known as Georgia Sunflower Kansas Peach, all one word. Glad you're here. As I always say, I am my brother's keeper. I love you. Bye.